Hello and welcome to stampityourself.me. Thank you for joining me today. This is today's project. I am going to be using the Bright and Beautiful stamp set, which has been around with Stampin' Up for quite some time, which is this gorgeous set here. We're going to be using the big star on this particular card. We're also going to be using the Merry Christmas from the Flurry of Wishes stamp set. So we just need to get that little stamp set out there for that sentiment. We are also going to be using this punch, and we're going to be using this corner here. You're going to need some black cardstock, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, which is pretty much the standard card. You're going to need 3 pieces of matte in Whisper White and Old Olive, 5 1/4 by 4, and that's going to create the inside of your card and the outside of your card, and we're just going to enhance that little decorative corner there that we've used by popping the green underneath. So we'll go ahead and we will create this gorgeous little card. Okay, I did want to bring to everybody's attention the celebration is going to start soon, the 5th of January. I know everybody is focusing on Christmas, and rightfully so, because that's usually the only time that well, that's the busiest time of the year, isn't it, really? But I do want to bring this to your attention because because I'm a demonstrator, I'll be able to do a pre-order. In saying that, I want to do a pre-order this year, and I want to get some of the items out of this catalogue that are absolutely gorgeous, and I want to create a few items so that you can play along with me, and I will be able to make them, and then I'll be able to show you exactly what they are and how pretty they are. Some of the things are really, really cute. In saying that, once you've purchased $90 worth of products, you will be able to earn free products. And free products include stamp sets, designer series paper, vellum, you name it. There's lots of stuff that you can get that's for free. So for every $90 you spend, you will be able to purchase, or you will receive a free product, or you're choosing out of the celebration. This happens every year with Stampin' Up. It's always the same story. It's always at the from the 5th of January, the 5th of January to May 2016, this will go for. Any product, if you purchase 2 lots of $90 in the one order, which would be $180, you still get 2 free products out of the catalogue. So stay tuned to stampityourself.me. I do want to muck around, and I do want to get these some really nice projects online so that you can all enjoy this catalogue and this opportunity when it comes around, because it only comes around such a very short time of the year. And last year I got some really good things out of it. I actually got some Old Olive Baker's twine that I'm using in this project today for the bow. Now I'm pretty sure you can't get this colour anymore. There is thick Baker's twine available, but it's not in the Old Olive colour. So the products that you do get in here, you only get them for a very short period of time, so you don't want to miss out on that. And there is some really, really cute things, and I just think, wow, it's always the way. We're always so excited about getting a new catalogue from Stampin' Up. It doesn't matter what it is, because it's always good. It always coordinates, and it's always going to be fun. So what more could you ask for? All right, so let's get on and create the card. As I said, today this is the card. Now I have got a black card, so it's going to be hard to see because I do use a black base here. Let me see if I can bring it in a bit. You've got to have some diamantes as well. There you go. See if I can zoom it in a bit. All right. Oh, okay. Lost my picture there. All right. So, yep, you're going to need some diamantes, this stamp set. We've been through that, haven't we? All right. So let's get together and let's get going and start doing the coordinating of the product. All right. So I've got to put this aside because you're not going to be able to see that too well. We'll leave that to the last minute. So the first thing we want to do is to get the star and put it onto the big star. A big acrylic block. We're going to be using the Old Olive ink, and we're going to want to stamp up the star. My chair squeaks when I move. Isn't that terrible? Can you hear that? Okay, so we're going to stamp up the star really well. It's the biggest star. Very gorgeous. Very, very gorgeous design, this one. My chair is squeaking every time I stamp it. It's terrible. Okay. got nothing to do with the chocolate biscuits I just had. Okay, so we're really going to juice up that stamp with the old olive, make it nice and inked, because you want it to come out really fresh, crisp and clean when you're stamping. You don't want smudges, you don't want to not use enough ink, especially on a stamp this size. You want to make sure you've got plenty to go around, and you want it to be effective when you pop it down, because it has got a wow effect when you stamp it. So you want to be able to create that effect. All right, so we just want to go basically in the middle of our design. Now I've put it in this position here because down here I want to put the sentiment. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm putting it this way because under here I'm going to put the sentiment down underneath it, and I want it to be effective in that sense. So I'm placing my star a bit like a starfish. So I'm going straight up and down. Whoop, lucky I didn't double bang that one. Okay. As you can't really appreciate the old olive colour, unfortunately, because I have got the place lit up like a Christmas tree. But it's okay. You've got old olive. It'll work for you. Have a practice before you do it if you're not sure, on a piece of photocopy paper before you stick it down. And you've got the instructions here, so you can't fail. Alright, so Merry Christmas is just going right underneath there. And it's a perfect little placement, and it creates that gorgeous balance. So we just want to pop the Merry Christmas on, just like that. So your card at the moment should look like that. Isn't it pretty? Looks good, doesn't it? Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we might do the punching after the stamping. So I'm just going to do the corners. We're going to be using this corner to give us that, what do you call it, that teardrop look. I don't know really what you, oh no, that didn't work. Oh, heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. Alright, we'll pop it in and just try it again. I don't really want to have to do another stamp. Doesn't look all that good, but look, you will be able to do it fine. Just make sure your paper is right in, as it should be. Make sure it meets the corners on the edge of the stamp. I don't want to have to stamp again, but it is nice to have the product finished. Okay, so the old olive cardstock that you have got cut, which is exactly the same size, is going to go under that one because you want to have that effect, which is having the teardrop, the green coming through. But first thing you have to do with the old olive is you have to round the corners off, and you're going to need to have your punch board for that, or your corner rounder, something like that. In this instance, I'm going to use this for mine. It just looks a little bit better than square, and on the black card, of course, it creates that nice little balance. So basically, there we go. So you've got that under there, and it's all nice and round. Oh, and I forgot, we need to punch this because this is going on the inside of the card. So just going to make sure you get the corners in. I must have missed last time. I'm not going to miss again. Just got to make sure you pop it right in the corners there, so that it goes all the way in. And I think I had it a little bit too short, but that's all right. We know what we're trying to create. Okay, so basically the next thing that we need to do is, well, number one, we can stick this down with some glue, or you can stick it with your sticky strip, or whatever it is that your preference is. I'm not going to layer this one up. I layer the next one up, the green one up, the old olive one. I want this one just to be flat. And you want to make sure that it's lined up so that it's balanced on your green old olive cardstock, so that you've got that nice teardrop thing happening and it's all lined up. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to put some diamantes on the corners of the stars. I haven't got any well, basically Stampin' Up! Has rhinestones, and those rhinestones are self-adhesive. I have some here that I've had forever and a day, and I've been using these forever and a day, and I don't want to get any more until I've finished using these ones. So I'm using these. I'm putting a little bit of Tombow on a toothpick, picking one up and sticking one down. But certainly the self-adhesive ones do make life a little bit easier. So do yourself a favour. Grab some if you're going to get some products. Just get some self-adhesive. It's a very quick card anyway. It doesn't take very long to make, so it's not like you're, it's sometimes even the self-adhesive ones. I have got self-adhesive pearls from Stampin' Up. Sometimes they're just as much fiddling around to get off and on as these ones. So it's up to you. If you've got them, use them. If you haven't, use a different colour. If you haven't got Old Olive, you can use red and green, traditional red and green, Christmas green. I think it's entirely up to you, really. I just liked the Old Olive and the effect that this one actually had. And I definitely like the rhinestones. I'll probably put another one on the corner there because it does look pretty. Okay, so the rhinestones are on. Okay, and so the next thing we're going to do is, like I said, this is a really, really quick card, and it's really effective. I don't know if I can get a bit of bling happening there for you. No, doesn't want to work. All right, let's not fuss about it. Okay, so we're going to put a bow right in the middle. If you haven't got the Old Olive baker's twine, the thick baker's twine, don't panic. Just leave it as it is, because you can leave it as it is. I think it looks fine the way it is. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to mount it onto the cardstock so that you can see what it looks like. And if you don't have the Old Olive thick baker's twine, you can put silver cord, you can put diamantes in the middle, rhinestones, you can put a silver ribbon. It's entirely up to you, and it looks just as nice. So don't fret if you haven't got the Old Olive. I like the Old Olive because I like the toning of the Stampin' Up! Products and the way that they all marry up together. And it just creates that nice tone-on-tone effect. Now, let me see, I need a glue dot. I'll just pop that down with a glue dot. There we go. My loops don't want to loop. Loop-de-loop. All right. Okay. There we go. If you wanted to, you could probably put a glue dot down there just to make sure that your loops stay in place. I might do that. It's all a bit twirly. Okay, go on. Off you go. All right, there you go. I will not be beaten by a loop. All right, there we go. Oh, it's a bit unloopy at the moment, but it's getting there. Actually, it's not a bad idea to. I know that with the other one I did do this, but I used the Tombow glue on the ends to hold the ribbon in place because I liked the way that this bit. I did put a bit of Tombow there before to hold it in place because I do like the actual. There we go. Little bow effect. There we go. So there you go. Isn't that cute? That is a really easy card to do. You can mass produce them very quickly. Doesn't take much to do. Oh, guess what? We're finished. Have we? No, we haven't. Look. Goodness me. Okay. When you have a black card, you obviously need to put in the same colour base so that you can write Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday or thank you or whatever it is you're using it for. But I think it just marries up nicely, especially with this little part, the little teardrop shape going on top of it. So there you have it. That's a very easy, quick card that you can do. What more can I say? Please do give it a go. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm hoping I will have another project for you to do very soon. All right, take care, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for stopping by.